Mississippi beat Kentucky in overtime, lost their first game to the fourth-ranked Florida Gators. He's Lane Kiffin, who has Alabama coming to town. Coach, how you feeling today?
Great, Dan. How we doing?
I'm doing fine because I'm basically in my own little bubble here. But how are you guys surviving all of this with all the protocols you have to go through?
We're doing well. Our players have done a great job. We had a number of cases early on, and then I think 3 weeks in a row now we've been perfect, and that's a lot of people. That's not just like the NFL. I mean, you got hundreds of people you're testing throughout your whole building. So our guys have done a great job.
How has this affected how you've prepared your team or coaching your team?
It hasn't much now. Early on in camp, we were really worried because we were getting people, so changing positions, teaching people multiple spots and things like that. But hopefully we can stay how we are now.
I know, and I just mentioned what's happening in the NFL. And the NFL has all the money, do all the testing, and they're still very vulnerable here. How vulnerable do you feel college football is this season?
Yeah, we're way worse on that, obviously, because first off, we're not dealing with professional adults. So, we're dealing with kids that, go to parties, go out on the town, and they're college kids. So it's very difficult, because you look around, people say, oh, well, they just social distance there. Well, hardly anybody's social distancing. I mean, I see pictures all the time, or if you drive around, there's a lot of people out there, adults, that act like this isn't even going on, let alone kids.
What do you tell your players about Nick Saban in Alabama?
We just talk to them about this is the best team in the country, probably coach's best team he's ever had. With no holes in it. So you got to play perfect. You got to prepare really well and do everything right in order to have a chance to win.
Last time you corresponded with him, you text him?
He doesn't text, so that doesn't work.
He told me he just got email, Lane.
There's no way he's doing that.
Well, somebody is doing it for him, but he said due to COVID, he decided he was going to get email.
He just got email. Wow. What's that, Twitter?
When's the last time you talked to him?
We were before COVID. We were at a head coaches meeting for the SEC and talked to him there.
But you're going against Alabama, but you're going against Nick Saban, right?
Well, I don't play and he doesn't play, so we'd have better chances if that was the case. I think. I don't think he can cover me. He's got a.
Well, I don't know. He's a former defensive back, so he might be able to cover you.
Yeah, he's in his like. I was told the other day, I'm really worried about Coach. He's elderly now.
Oh no.
Stay safe.
And not having that home field advantage, how big is? I mean, you have home field, but is it an advantage here?
No, it's not. That's changed, and we went on the road last week, and very different. We were at Alabama and lost 2 regular season games. They were both to Ole Miss. One was right here, and the stadium was rocking that day, and so that's too bad we don't have that.
And, when you start to look at all those players that you were around at Alabama, who's the best player that you were around when you were at Alabama?
I think that's a coin toss between Derrick Henry and Amari Cooper. It was awesome. Those guys both had, Heisman, Blitnikoff, record-breaking years that still stand. But they're like the hardest working guys on the team, too, with no ego. That's why they're so great. Just really cool Florida kids that came up to Bama to be great.
Speaking of Florida, how good's that quarterback?
Really good, but not as good as that tight end. Jeez.
I know.
Golly. We still haven't covered him. We were double covering him.
Yeah, you seem wide open, Coach.
Yeah, and we were in double coverage, and he's wide open.
What's tougher, to coach in the SEC or recruit in the SEC?
I think recruit. It's just nonstop. If you aren't nonstop recruiting, don't matter all the X's O's you can draw up. I know it's an old saying, but this thing's about Jimmy and Joe's in this conference and always has been, and so it's why you see totally different styles work, offensively, defensively. But at the end of the day, none of it works without players. So you got to have good players, and when you don't, you get exposed really fast, and you see that.
Give me your favorite recruiting story.
I don't know that I was an assistant. I was a recruiting coordinator for Pete Carroll. So I would plan the trips where we were going to go, and had the top recruits in around the country that I had to go recruit. And so Tim Tebow, I was on Tebow, and I was kind of like, I used to think we could sign everybody, no matter what. So me and Ogeron always said that we'll go get him no matter what, Coach. So I go down there, see Tebow, and so I fly Coach across the country. We get there, we start driving. He's like, where are we? Like, we're in the middle of nowhere out in Jacksonville. He's like, why is this kid going to come to USC? I'm like, Coach, we're going to get him. We're going to get him. And we pull up to the farm that they live on, and there's a Florida Gator mailbox. Used to walk in, there's a Florida Gator map right there. And turns to me, he's like, why are you wasting my time right now? And we stayed for like 4 hours. Great family. His dad, Bob, and everybody and brother were there. And so he goes, that was a really enjoyable 4 hours. So where's the next quarterback we're going to go try to get?
Oh, God. Did you think you had a chance?
I did. He came out for official visit. I think we beat UCLA that day or something in a big win, and took him out that night to the beach to dinner. And, I used to kind of think we were going to get everybody. So maybe Tim says we came in second place, so that counts.
Did Coach O advise you not to take the Ole Miss job?
No, not at all. He's seen this place. 5 years ago they won the Sugar Bowl here, so it's not like we're trying to do something that's never happened before. And so they've played well. Like I said, they beat us twice at Alabama, the only team to do that.
Have you been to a tailgate there at Ole Miss?
I have not, and they don't have them. That is shut down. So a lot of people were looking forward to that. Family, friends that had never been here and had heard about it. So the Grove is shut down also. Yeah,
you guys always win the tailgate. You may not win the SEC, but you win the SEC tailgate.
I have heard that.
Yeah. Well, have fun this weekend. And got any surprises for Coach Saban?
I don't know. We're going to need everyone that we can. I think we're like 50-point underdogs.
You're not 50-point underdogs.
Well, Dan, the average score is like 63-13 the last years combined, so that's 50 points. So,
McLovin, would you check and see what kind of underdogs Mississippi is to Alabama?
Yeah, he's right. It's 50-something right now. No, I'm just kidding.
No, it's not 50.
It's probably like 24.5 or something.
It's 23.5, Coach. For entertainment purposes only. 23.5. I'm taking Mississippi in the 23.5.
All right, let's go.
I can talk about this. You can't talk about this.
No, take the money line. It'd probably be like plus 1 million.
So I'm taking Mississippi straight up against Alabama, the money line.
Let's go.
All righty. All right. If I win, I'll share the money with you.
Okay, I don't think that's legal.
No, okay, I won't do that then. Thanks, Coach. Good to talk to you.
All right, Dan, have a good week.
That's Lane Kiffin.